Okay, we're gonna start off by making either a sun or a flower. So we're first gonna all start off by doing our name and our room number in the middle back. That's the back of my paper. Then I'm going to flip it to the front and I'm going to draw a large circle in the middle. Okay, so this could be your sun or this could be the center of your flower. I'll start off with one just looking like a sun. So I'm going to do some rays going out from the center of the circle, going all the way around to the other side. So if you want a sun, that would be what that would look like. I have another one that I did that looks like a flower. So you could do petals. So this was still the circle and then drawing a petal going around each side. Now there's all different ways to do petals. So here's another one. So these come up and it's rounded, pointy, and rounded. Rounded, pointy, and rounded. You can do any kind of petal you'd like. And then here's another idea with a petal if you're going to do a flower. So these are up, round, up, down, up, and then back around. And I did each one of those like that. So once you're done with the pencil, you're going to raise your hand and let the teacher check your pencil work. If it's ready, we'll tell you to get a Sharpie and a board. So remember, the board protects the table. I'm going to put that underneath and my flower or my sun on top. And then we're using the Sharpies that are the fine point, so they do not have a black bottom. Take the lid off, you put it on the other side, and then you're going to carefully trace the pencil that you did on your sun or your flower, whichever one you chose to do. Taking your time, make it look nice. And we're going to go all the way around to the other side. Then when you're finished, you need to put the marker lid back on and you're going to go put the board and Sharpie away. Then what we're going to do is, again, Miss Erin needs to check it, or Miss Cat, and then we're going to put it on a tray at our table. So I have a red tray that I've put this on because what I'm going to do now is do some painting. Right, in the middle of your table, you and your friends will be sharing 4 colors and there are 4 paintbrushes. One paintbrush goes with each color. So if I use this for the blue, this paintbrush is only for the blue. If I use this paintbrush for the yellow, it's only going to be used for yellow. So I'm going to show you how to do that here. So I'm going to start off with some of the blue. I'm dipping my brush in there and I've got a little bit of the blue paint, and I'm going to be painting today the circle and the negative space. So I would like my center to be blue. So I put some paint on, and then what I'd like to do is go up to the black line, but I'm not painting on top of the black line. And I'm going to fill up the center. Let me move this so you can see this a little better. So I'm re-dipping, getting some more, so if you run out you can get more. So only one person can use this blue at a time. So if you want blue, you need to choose a different color until it's your turn for that color. So I'm going to do the whole center, this blue, taking my time, going along the edge. And you can see I'm using big strokes. If I run out, I can dip and get a tiny bit more paint. And then I'm painting on the inside to fill up the white. Okay, so the center of my flower is finished. I'm going to put this back on my tray for someone else. And then what I'm going to do is choose another color for back here, for this negative space out here. So I'm going to do this yellow. So I'm dipping some yellow, and then I'm going to start painting again, just like I did on the center. I'm going to paint up to the black line, but not on top of it. And it's okay if you go off the edge, that's why we have the tray there. So we don't want to get it all over, but it just protects the table from getting the paint on it. Taking my time, going around to the other side, and again, dip if you run out, and put more paint on that brush. So when you're painting neatly, there should be no paint on this metal part, only on the hair of the brush, and none on the handle either. So that's where my hand goes, no paint here or on the metal. So you can see I have painted now all the negative space, the outside space that's not the flower. So all I have left now is the petal part. So you could do them all one color or you could do them different colors. It's up to you. So I'm going to go ahead and start with a new color. Now we only have 4 on our tray to share, so think about that as you work. So I'm going to start with this green and this petal. And again, I'm trying to I don't want to mix the colors of the other ones. So I'm trying to stay just inside that petal. So use up all that paint, and if you run out, you can re-dip. Right now, I still do not even need to re-dip. Alright, so I'm going to do a pattern. So if I do green, white, green, white, green, white, green, that would be a double green, but that's okay. I'll figure that out. So I'm going to paint a couple of these green before I change to another color. Nice big strokes help fill up the space. And you don't want any globs of paint, because that takes a long time to dry. Okay, and I'm going to stop there and do my last color. So my last color, my option is a pink, so that's what I'm going to put here. And again, I'm holding where the paint is either dry or I haven't painted. That holds my paper still so it doesn't move while I paint. So again, go up to the black line, but don't paint on it. So I'll have 2 next to each other the same color. That's okay. Okay, so now you can see the painting is completely finished. And what I need to do now is put this on the drying rack. Here, in the middle of the table, there was only one paintbrush that was used for the yellow. This one was the green one. So there's only one per color, so we are sharing.